Friday afternoon we put a few tables here, and,
Yeah.
and you can taste the beers, and also we do some tastings every Friday in summer, because now with the weather we do some tastings. We do tastings of our beers. We also distribute other beers like Bulldog or Stefan. So we do different things.
In Friday?
Yeah.
Friday. Oh. It's not right.
And here's the
Machine.
machine. Yeah, this is the steam that the hot water goes back to that tank, and then it goes back again. It's quite hot, so you don't need that much energy to produce steam again. And there, back there is the tank, the gasoline tank. That was very difficult to put all this in here. We did it.
But you do it.
With a lot of people, yeah, because it weighed, empty, it weighs 1,000 kilos.
Yeah,
So we had to pull it.
But every project like this, it's
Yeah, no, when I saw everything inside, I just said, okay, the difficult part. And then I think a few tanks, because there's no water pressure in the street. So you need all the houses in Alcudia have got tanks on the roofs, because the streets got no pressure, the water's in the street. So, and that's a bit of everything. This was, it's in Mallorquin, it's called una portasa. It's the barn where they had the animals, the horses, the carts.
No.
So and that's the old house. That's where my grandparents lived. Now it's empty, nobody lives in it. So now we're using it as to put boxes in.
Very boxes. And you live where?
I live nearby, 10 minutes walk. Yeah, because these old houses they're not comfortable to live in. They're old, they've got very high ceilings. And in summer they're cool, but in winter you have to spend lots of money to... Well, it's colder in Poland, but here it's cold for us. We're not used to it.
Yeah, so, but you have snow?
No snow here. I mean, sometimes in the mountains, once or twice a year, but no. You wouldn't think it's cold, but for us, it's cold.
Yeah. Tell me, and you will brew something new?
Not this year. No, we're brewing the porter again, because we nearly finished it, and we want to keg it to send it to. There's a beer festival in Barcelona. I think it's April, and we want to send a few kegs next year. So in 2 or 3 weeks we'll brew the porter again, and we will keg it. And because it's with 4 beers, it's enough. Because it's very difficult. Because if you've got lots of beers, you've got lots of hops, and in the end you pay up front. Yeah. Because you pay for the malt, for the hops, you use it, you sell it, and when they pay you back, maybe 4 or 5 months have gone fast. So it's not good to have loads of different hops and malts. So in the end, you need money.
Yes. And you are starting in some competitions or something like that?
No, not yet, because we wouldn't know.
In Spain?
I suppose there's some, but we wouldn't know which one to go. There's so many that you don't know. I know there's the one in Berlin, but that's the thing is, our beers. I consider our beers are good, but they're not great beers, because for the people that have to drink them, they can be extreme beers or very intense. Because here people like.
I tasted, and
our pale ale is
little hoppy.
No, because people here don't like it.
I didn't drink Indian pale ale.
No, it's a bit more hoppy, but not much more. It could be a pale ale. It's in between.
How much?
It's 50 IBUs. So somebody would say it's a pale ale, because in the end you've got to brew beers, and then they have to sell.
I know.
If we were in Barcelona, our beers will be more hoppy.
Because the people know and used to it, and
our what I was telling, our most sell beer is the wheat beer. And a lot of beer geeks with beer, no, they don't want it. But it's the most difficult one to brew, because it doesn't hide any mistakes. You can brew a super hoppy beer, 2,000 IBUs.
It's not.
Doesn't matter what you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
in it
You
because
put
it's
a
only
coffee
hops.
and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
everything. It's
Yeah, that's an easy. Well, it's not easy, yeah, but it's to me it's easier than, for example, a wheat beer, a good wheat beer, a simple one, because you can't hide any mistakes.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got this. There's not strong tasters, so it's like cooking. If you have spicy food, doesn't matter the meat you put meat, spice.
Yeah. Tell me, and stouts, maybe.
We thought about it, but people here don't like dark beers, so we went for a porter. That is a bit
Only
more,
Irish.
yeah, it's a bit more. If I could brew one, if I brewed the beer I
For
like,
you.
it would be an imperial stout.
Russian imperial.
Yeah, strong, 8-9 degrees, smoky,
Yeah.
and roasted, but we wouldn't sell it.
Yeah.
So when I go to a bar, I'll ask for an imperial stout, but I
really
want.
here. Maybe if you will sell it to the Spain.
Yeah, but there's loads of beer in Spain, and also it's the problem in Majorca. Problem and good thing, it's very expensive because it's easy to go from imagine Germany to Portugal, and from Germany to Majorca, because you've got to put the lorry on the boat, then you've got to spend the day here because the boat doesn't go back till the next day, so it's very expensive. So we pay to bring the stuff, and then we pay to take it away. So it's we're not competitive with Spanish beers. So we're trying to go to Germany now. We're in Barcelona because there are lots of Mallorquin people in Barcelona, and sometimes they like drinking something from their own. But our market, I think, is more in Germany than in Spain, for example. The problem is the papers. Tax papers and lots of you. In the end, you a lot of time cleaning, repairing pumps and thermometers, stuff,
and paper.
carrying things up and down, distributing papers, and then brewing. It's the fifth thing you do. Yeah.
For a drink, it's so little task.
Yeah, no. I tell everybody I prefer drinking beer than brewing beer. They give me choose. You can only do one thing: drink beer. Another one will do it.
In Poland, we have the boom of this craft revolution, and right now it's going to the good side. I think in whole world it's going.
Yeah, it's going up, but it's to me, it's going up. But there's more in Spanish. They say mucho ruido y pocas nueces. It means a lot of noise, but not so much
cash.
it would be cash. It would be it sounds like everybody talks about because they've got to talk about something. But really, if you see the liter, for example, here they talk quite a lot about us because we move a lot in radios. And somebody that doesn't know would think we're producing more liters than what we're producing. A medium winery produces more liters than all of the craft breweries in Majorca, for example. But now we're
start from something.
now it's something people like to hear about. So let's make the most of it.
It's a good site to do this, and it's.
I'll tell you in 2 years. I tell everybody the same. Come back in 2 years. Let's see if we can. Maybe we're not here. We're in a bigger place, or maybe we're not here because we're packed.
But I hear about Ibiza brews. It's not brewing in Ibiza.
No, because then there's
brewing in Catalonia.
Catalonia, because it's really cheaper to brew in Catalonia and bring the bottles here than to brew here. Because, for example, in the end, what you do is you go to a big brewery. They make volume, so they're cheaper, and in the end they send a pallet of full bottles, and I'm buying a pallet of empty bottles, and then the malt and the hops, and so there's also
they give only a recipe, and
I don't think they give it. I think they go to a big brewery, they give them a few to taste, and they say, I want one like this. I think, well, it's okay. It's a business. I haven't got a problem. Here in Majorca, there's a few of them also
Mhm.
that they brew and they have their beers.
Only label is
yeah,
our
label. Well,
label.
no, it's labeled different. There's one from Belgium, one from Germany. No problem. If they say so, if they don't say, they don't lie. If you don't say, the thing is, it's they don't lie, but they lie a bit because when you see the label, you would think it's made in Ibiza, no?
Yeah.
Then if you read it, it doesn't say anywhere, but they give you the beer, cerveza, no, beer from Ibiza. You say, well,
Wow.
it's from Ibiza. No, it's not lying because it doesn't say made in Ibiza. It says another thing. So they're not directly lying, but but no problem. It's a business, like
it's a business.
But for me, you tried which one you tried? The blue bottle. The blue bottle. I don't know which one you tried. Or
I tried with beer.
no, they've got from Ibiza. There's two.
Ibiza.
There's Ibosin and La Payesa. And
I have a photo. So
and there's one with a blue bottle.
Blue bottle.
Blue bottle.
Purple
bottle.
No,
it's normal bottle. Yeah, I tried them. I don't know if you tried. The labels are great. I like the labels.
It's not skunks.
And their porter, I like their porter.
Yeah.
The porter, they brew it in Popaida. It's a very good brewery from Girona.
Maybe a port. Yeah.
They've got free. They've got
some juice in.
They've got a dry. They've got they put carrot beans. They call garrabas here. They're like beans, but they're brown. It's cheap sugar. They used it for making ice cream here before, and now they feed the horses with it. It's full. Now if you go on an excursion, you'll see it full of the trees, and they've got like beans, like beans but dark color. Well, because they're dry. When they're green and they turn dark. Now they use them to feed their horses. But it's something typical from Majorca, and everybody wants to put something typical in their beer. So they put this or they put anything.
Only to people see.
It's a bit of marketing. To me, it's if you put in the end, you brew 900 liters and you put just a handful of something. Okay. You put it. It's not a lie, but
if you try and see it is something else and it's good, I think.
But it's always marketing. Seriously, very few people do it. Normally, it's because they want to have. They think, what can we put in here that means Majorca? Let's put this. It's like.
But I tried one of beer and the aroma was so special. I didn't know what it was that. It was some of juice. I don't know what the juice was, but very strange aroma.
There's some that they do also with herbs, with rosemary and they're very strong, very like herbs, like a herb liquor, but instead of a herb liquor with Romani. They call it here Romani. They use it also for cooking when you do a barbecue or for putting on top of a paella.
How many brewers in Spain is?
I don't have an idea. No, because they try to make an association, but it's very difficult because everybody has different ideas. But I don't know. I think it was 140 or something like that. Because there's Majorca is a strange case because here there's everybody has a brewery. Yeah. Because in the end there's 8 breweries and maybe then there's 2 or 3 beers made outside, and there's 2 or 3 contract brewers that another brewery makes them. But for example, I think in Catalonia there's not so many. There are maybe 18, 20 breweries, but there's loads of beers. 40, 50, 60. Because there's always 4 or 5 breweries that brew for. I suppose that way you haven't got the machines stopped. You are always brewing. So it's an idea.
And the restaurants,
brew pubs.
Brew pubs.
Not in, for example, now in Majorka, there's well, it's not exactly a brew pub, but it's what we have more like it is in.
You have in Friday the brew
Yeah,
pub.
yes. Don't tell anybody.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm joking. Is Forastera and Molina. They've got they've got a brewery and a tasting room.
Mhm.
They've got I don't know if 10 or 12 taps,
Mhm.
and you can taste different beers. Because in Palma there was a brew pub, maybe no 12, 15 years ago, but it was too early and too big. The company that sold it,
Mhm.
they made a good profit, but it wasn't right. He lasted 1 or 2 years. They had those. I think it was a German machine made with copper, pretty, very pretty, and they brewed, and it was good. But I think if they had done it now, it would have been too early either. Maybe in 2 years.
Yeah.
But imagine 15 or 20 years ago.
So good money.
Yes, and now all this has gone into wine. The fermenters are using it for making wine and stuff. Yeah, he wasn't lucky there. He made a big investment, and I think he didn't.
Some couple of years later.
Yeah, I think now in 1 or 2 years, because have you seen in Palma, there's only 3 bars of beer. No, there's no more. And they're very tiny ones, really. They're not big.
I was in a supermarket and I was so shocked, when I see barley wine.
Which one?
I have in a bottle, and I don't know, maybe stouts, some stouts, brown ales.
There's way in the Corte Inglés.
One of supermarket, but when I was in other, something like the first one, and I see only English stouts
they've got meantime and proper job and
oyster.
Oyster stout. Yeah,
oyster stout.
Good one. Yeah, and then there's the typical Belgian ones.
Yeah, but nothing special like the first
one. Grimbergen, and
like barley wine.
There's also, and then now there's a shop specialized in beer near Mercat de Santa Catalina, near a market, Del Mon, and he's got a nice array of beers.
Yeah, maybe try to
You can do another thing that hasn't got to do with beers, or no?
Okay, thank you
for
an interview. Maybe you will cheers for Polish fans, for beers. Beer lover from Majorka. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Gracias.
Bueno, nada.